Let's talk about what's actually happening when you sleep, because most people are asleep at the switch when it comes to how and why we sleep. Most think sleep is just the absence of being awake, when our body is, well, dead to the world. In fact, sleep is the most active biological process your body runs all day, and it only works under one very specific condition: darkness. When the sun goes down, your brain is supposed to receive a very clear signal. The message is, the day is over, it's dark, it's time to slow down, stop producing energy, stop making ATP, and start repairing everything you did to your body that day. That shift from energy production to deep cellular repair is one of the most important cycles your body does in a 24-hour period of light and dark. Your body works all the time, just different jobs depending if it's light or dark out. And the entire transition from daytime energy production to nighttime cellular repair is triggered and managed by a critical antioxidant we make when we get our light right. It's called melatonin. We actually make it by day and use it by night, all assuming our circadian rhythm is not disrupted. And just so there is no confusion, melatonin is not a sleep gummy you take at 10 o'clock when you're lying in bed staring at the ceiling wondering what to do. It's actually our body's most powerful antioxidant. It's even referred to as our master antioxidant. It's that good. And you need to get your light right with bright days and dark nights to make and keep the good stuff. When you've made your melatonin and it gets released at night from your pineal gland, it goes directly into your mitochondria and does something remarkable. It mops up the metabolic waste that builds up during the day. The free radicals, the oxidative damage, the cellular debris from a full day of energy production. There's a lot of cleanup to do. And it's not just a standard cleanup on aisle 5 kind of thing. Melatonin actually facilitates actual DNA repair while you sleep and regulates your immune system. Melatonin both recycles and repairs what can be salvaged. That's called autophagy. And it also gets rid of the cells we don't want, like cancer, and that's called apoptosis or cell suicide. Our body is designed to take care of business day and night. It's pretty genius, the systems our body delivers when we get our light right and grounded to the earth. Although we make melatonin at the cellular level during the day, it's called the night hormone because it is released at night after the sun goes down. The release of melatonin at night is critical to help us sleep and to carry out the recycle and repair programs we need to put us back in action the next morning, clean and refreshed. Melatonin is essentially your body's nightly cleanup crew, and cleaning up that mess on aisle 5 in your cells at night is one of the most important things you do all day. Without this cleanup, the mess remains, and every day you don't get your light right and don't produce and protect your melatonin, your metabolic waste just sits there and compounds with everything left over from the night before and the night before that. Yuck! And this is how chronic inflammation quietly builds over time. Not from one bad night, but from hundreds of them stacked on top of each other. And when your circadian rhythm doesn't get back on track, day after day and night after night, your body doesn't make enough melatonin, and you end up not only with a mess on aisle 5, but on aisles 1 through 10. Nothing is ever cleaned up. It's like a dishwasher that never runs and stays dirty. And that appears in our life as low energy, brain fog, hormone disruption, weight gain, gut issues, thyroid issues, sleep issues, and immune challenges. And research is showing that too many failed nightly cleanups add up and actually lead to serious disease. So how do we get our cleanup crew to show up? The melatonin crew only shows up when it's genuinely dark. Not dim, not darkish, dark. Yet, we've been flooding our evenings with bright light that tells our brain it's solar noon at 10 p.m. Your phone, your overhead LEDs, your television, your screens, all of it is loaded with blue wavelengths that your brain reads as a direct signal to stay alert, keep cortisol elevated, and crush your melatonin. When cortisol stays high, the cleanup crew never gets called in. There is no cortisol on the cleanup crew. Cortisol is part of the get up and go crew, a daytime only crew that clocks in just before you wake up. And when the cortisol crew shows up at night, with your blue screens and overhead LEDs, your melatonin gets crushed and you sacrifice sleep and much needed cellular repair. This is why darkness before bed isn't a wellness preference. It's how your body is designed. It's not something you do because a podcast told you to or because it sounds like a good idea. It's the biological prerequisite for your body's entire repair system to function. Without real darkness, you don't get real melatonin. Without melatonin, you don't get the cellular repair your body depends on to stay healthy. And when that repair window gets compromised night after night, you start to feel it everywhere. In your energy, your mood, your weight, your immune response, your ability to think clearly. People spend enormous amounts of money trying to address sleep problems without ever fixing the thing that caused them in the first place, circadian rhythm disruption. In fact, we are intended to live by bright days and dark nights. That's what circadian rhythm is. The concept even won a Nobel Prize in 2017, and we need to take it seriously if we really care about our sleep. The only problem is that our Netflix and social media addiction makes the whole dark nights part of circadian rhythm very challenging. So how do we lead our bodies into the right rhythm in the modern world? Let's start with our game plan just before sunset. Before the sun even goes down, try eating your last meal of the day. Even when the sun is out, that's when your body expects food. It's still in daytime energy production mode, and that means taking care of digestion early in the evening rather than when you are sleeping. Eating late in the evening elevates your glucose and raises your body temperature at exactly the wrong moment. Your body needs to be cooling down and not tackling digestion when your head hits the pillow. Getting dinner done before or around sunset is one of the simplest things you can do to improve how deeply you sleep, and it costs nothing. Once the sun goes down, you need to go dark inside your home, and this means dimming or eliminating overhead lights. Overhead LED lighting is one of the most underestimated health disruptors in most people's evenings, because it mimics the midday sun and activates the body clocks in your organs at the exact moment you're trying to wind them down. Tell your body it's the right time to sleep by going dark when nature says it's dark. Swap to low table lamps or floor lamps placed at hip height or lower, ideally with incandescent bulbs, or bulbs specifically designed to filter out blue wavelengths. The difference in how your body responds to low warm incandescent light versus overhead bright LEDs is not so subtle once you start paying attention to it. Let's be honest, ladies, we cannot stand the big light. Post-sunset is also the time to put on your blue blocking glasses. Many people make the mistake of not using them at all or not fully understanding that the color of the lens matters enormously. The clear blue light glasses you may have purchased barely filter anything meaningful, even though they look more fashion-worthy with the clear lenses. The only thing is that evenings can't be a cool fashion moment night after night. In the evening, you need orange lenses, which block up to 98 to 99% of blue light and some of the harmful green light as well, while still allowing you to move around your home and function normally. Now that's cool. So let's get to the good part, restorative sleep. As you move toward actual sleep, the light you allow becomes even more impactful. Pre-bedtime, 30 minutes to an hour before sleep, you should shift to red lenses. That means you shift from the orange to the red. The red will block blue, green, and violet completely and give your body the signal that you are ready to sleep. Most people who start wearing red lenses before bed are genuinely surprised at how quickly they start feeling tired or ready for sleep, even groggy. That's not the placebo effect. It's your body's design. That's your biology doing exactly what it was designed to do. At the end of the day, your body was never designed to see bright lights. An incandescent campfire would have probably been your brightest available light. So providing your body a dark signal naturally makes you drowsy. It's nature's signal to get some shut-eye. So, can we override this whole circadian situation with melatonin gummies? Sorry to say no. In fact, it's a little insulting to our biology, frankly, to relegate our master antioxidant to candy status. You cannot out-supplement a body that isn't repairing itself at night through circadian rhythm and natural connection to the earth. That's grounding. And if your circadian rhythm is already disrupted, adding gummies to the mix only gums up a situation that desperately needs natural circadian rhythm signals of light and dark. So what else can we do? If you have to be on a screen in the evening, activate red screen modes as part of your evening. Stay tuned for our video tutorial about how to turn your phone screen red at night. For computers, a program called Iris Tech works well and gives more control over exactly how much light you're filtering. The goal is to strip as much blue light from your screens as possible once the sun goes down. Ideally, you're putting the screens away entirely in that final hour before you want to sleep. That hour matters more than most people realize because melatonin suppression can happen within minutes of blue light exposure, and even a short burst of screen time right before bed can delay your body's repair cycle by several hours. Remember, in that same window before bed, your goal is to bring your nervous system down, not wind it up. Cortisol winds you up, and blue screens raise your cortisol. Ditch the screens as early as possible and read a book. Remember those? Maybe read by candlelight. Take a warm bath, because what actually helps you fall asleep faster isn't the warmth itself, it's the drop in core body temperature that happens after you get out. And that's a cooling signal for your body and one of the strongest triggers for deep sleep. Keep your conversation calm. No fighting. Just chill. Now that you're feeling mellow, what should a room for restful sleep look like? It's dark, very dark. In fact, the room needs to be as close to pitch black as you can possibly get it, while being safe for possible bathroom visits, of course. We like the hand test. If you can genuinely not see your hand in front of your face, that's the kind of dark your body wants. Blackout curtains can make an enormous difference, especially if you live somewhere with street lights, or your pesky neighbor never turns off their front porch light, and it's shining in your room. A sleep mask that doesn't press directly on your eyelids is another option that works well for a lot of people. We also suggest a walkthrough of your room to cover blinking or glowing lights. Electrical tape does the trick. Smoke detectors, power strips, charging cables, routers, anything with an LED indicator. Those little lights seem trivial, but your body's light sensing system is far more sensitive to them than most people appreciate, and even small amounts of ambient light during sleep can interfere with melatonin production and reduce the depth and quality of your repair cycle in measurable ways. One more piece that most people overlook entirely is the wireless environment in their bedroom. Your mitochondria, the very same structures that melatonin is working to clean up and repair every night, respond to the electromagnetic fields generated by Wi-Fi routers, Bluetooth devices, and cell phones kept near the bed, especially next to your head. Turning off your Wi-Fi at night and moving your phone out of the bedroom are two of the most straightforward adjustments you can make to reduce modern interference and let your mitochondria focus their energy on repair instead of heightened response. A battery-operated alarm clock solves the one practical objection most people have, and the adjustment takes a few days before it stops feeling strange. At Squint, we love a 70s bedroom vibe. It's just better for your health. Here's the way to hold all of this together in your head. Your body runs a very specific, very sophisticated maintenance program every single night. It repairs your DNA, neutralizes inflammation, regulates your immune system, and processes the cellular damage from an entire day of living. All that stuff you did, cleaned up, and makes you ready for the next day. But this only runs if and when you provide the conditions it needs. And those conditions are circadian rhythm, bright days during the day and dark nights at night. Darkness is what signals the melatonin you have made at a cellular level to come out and run its critical cleanup jobs. Cool temperatures, dark space, and a quiet electromagnetic environment let the whole process run with less interference. And when all of these circadian-friendly things are in place, your body heals, restores, and repairs. And you don't wake up feeling like you haven't slept. Cleanup crew is already hired and paid for, ready to work. You just need to get your days bright and your nights dark to let your body enjoy restorative sleep and the cellular repair your body can't live without.